Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Truly True Lane. Today I'd like to talk to you guys about your credit and how you can improve it as much as 100 plus points in as little as 2 to 7 days, depending on where your bill cycles throughout each month with your credit card company or your lender. So if you are new here to the channel, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you being here. If topics like finance and credit and business and self-growth interest you at all, please consider staying for a little while and liking and subscribing to the channel. So today, guys, I want to talk to you about ways that you can improve your credit score really, really quickly. There are 5 factors that make up our overall credit scores. And I'd like to break down a few of these in order for you to understand how you can go in there and control some of these categories and in turn control your credit scores, sometimes by a lot. So really, really quickly, like I said. So those 5 categories are your payment history, your debt ratio, your length of credit history, your credit mix, and your credit age. Now, I would like to start by touching on the payment history first. This is the biggest factor of our credit report, and it makes up 35% of our overall scores. So it's a really big deal, guys. Always make sure that we are making our payments on time by the statement due dates. This keeps you in good standing with your banks so that way you have no problem with credit line increases and keeping your interest rates low, which we know we have to do. So, and if not by your statement due dates, guys, always be making sure that you are making your payments by or before the 30th day of your statement due date each month. This is going to keep you in really, really good standing with the credit gods and keep your credit score really, really good too. You never want to have a 30-day late with the credit bureau. So this makes up, like I said, 35% of our overall credit score. And so it's important, always make sure that our payments are being made on time. If you have any recent late payments, if you have any derogatory marks, any type of recent public records or anything like that on your credit report, this hack that I'm going to talk about today may not work best. You may see a few points, but in order to really maximize this hack, you have to have clean credit in that, no recent 30-day lates, any type of public records that would be keeping you from your highest maximum potential when it comes to your credit scores. The next category I'm going to talk about is the debt ratio. This one, again, is super duper huge, and it controls 30% of our overall credit scores, guys. So when you are overextended in this category, like a 50% or higher, or like a 80% or 90%, you could be looked at as a much riskier borrower to the bank, and you will get denials left and right if you are completely maxed out on your credit because you are a more riskier borrower, understandably. So having your debt ratio under 50%, but ideally under 30%, and for the best scores and the strongest credit profile between 1 and 7%. So this is a category that you can so hugely control and improve your credit scores 100 plus points by taking your debt ratio or taking a high debt ratio of 80% or 50% and lowering that to under 10%. This works great, you guys. I've told many friends, many clients about this hack, and it works every single time. Like I said, as long as there's nothing derogatory and fresh holding down your credit score. So by lowering that debt ratio, will improve your credit score as quickly as your banks report that new balance to the credit agency, which your bill cycles about 2 to 5 days after your billing statement date each month. And then the credit bureaus are going to be updated with your new balances somewhere around 2 to 7 days after your bill cycle date each month. So as long as you can get those balances down by and processed by the time that your bill cycles, which is when the information goes to the credit reporting agencies, then you can benefit off of those new balance amounts being reported, and you can see your credit scores go up 50, 80%, 100%, depending on how high of a debt ratio you're at right now and how much you're able to pay towards that and get that under 10%. So this is a really magic category that you're able to control, like more than even your payment history, because payment history is just you make your payments on time or you don't. So you're not really in the middle here. But right here, you can play around with this a lot. And like I said, if you have credit cards and you need to improve your credit and you need to improve it quickly because you need to apply for a new loan, you need to apply for a new car, you need to apply for a new mortgage, and you need to be in the best credit position possible, this is one of your best ways to do it, and it's one of your easiest, quickest ways to do it really, really, really fast, okay? The next category I'd like to talk to you guys about is your length of credit history. This one is hard to improve without just time. So, the longer your credit history is, the better. But as you get new credit, this category is going to balance itself out, and your average credit age changes as you get new accounts. That's why it's not so good to get too many new accounts at one time. There's a few reasons why it's not really good to get too many accounts at one time. We have too many inquiries, and then we mess up that length of credit history. And this category accounts for around 15% of our overall scores. The next category, which is credit mix, just this deals with your ability to be able to handle different types of loans, like installment loans or mortgage loans, maybe student loans or other type of debt, a mix of different types of debt. You don't have to have credit or an account in each different category in order to be strong in this area, but the more mix of credit that you have, the better and the stronger that you'll be, and this controls about 10% of our overall score. The next category, guys, I'd like to touch on is new credit. New credit can be good and bad. New credit can help you in that it can help you to balance out your debt ratio. If you have a really high debt ratio with your credit cards and you don't really have a lot of money to go in there and take your debt ratio under 10%, then you also have the option of opening up to new credit. Now, too much new credit too quickly is not a good thing because it hurts your length of credit history category. Because like I said, the more new credit you have, that throws off your length of credit history and your average credit age changes. So, and also, you have to consider that you will be temporarily dinged 2 to 5 points with each inquiry that you get. So just not too much at one time. But this can also really help you, this category of new credit, because it can help you diversify, which will help you in the credit mix category, that 10% credit factor category. And it can also help you to widen or give you more available credit if you apply for new credit or new credit cards or new loans or something like that. Now your available credit or your debt ratio has now gone down because your use of available credit has actually gone down, and your available credit lines has actually gone up, but your use of available credit has gone down. So this can greatly help you, especially if you're not able to go and just pay off a lot of debt, thousands of dollars in debt at one time. This way can also help you. So understanding these different categories allows you to understand how your score is made up, and within that, you can understand how to go in there and improve your credit really, really quickly and by a lot of points. Those first two categories, payment history and debt ratio, are huge. There's a lot of things we can do with that debt ratio and improve our credit scores. I really hope that that information helps you guys, and I hope that a lot of you guys can go out there and understand better how to go and improve your credit scores really, really quickly. And if you found use and found that information valuable, please consider liking and subscribing. And I will see you all on the next one. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.